Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 4. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Mayfield off the play fake. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mayfield to throw it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cade Otton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one too low. And the Eagles at 9-3 here on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1.
32-yard line.
Zone read, here's Shipley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. That's complete to Shipley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
This short throw caught by Goddard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Shipley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top two seeds in the NFC. I think they're the two best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top two teams in the NFC.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield. This is caught by McMillan. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Mayfield. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got Otten. It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now Mayfield. This is caught. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
In motion left comes Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And some room to work. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 57 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now they give to Nichols on the option. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw, Mayfield. It's complete to Hopkins. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. And that's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get things started in our nation's capital, Atlanta, in town to take on Washington. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Michael Penix. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Zay Flowers, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Hurts on the option right. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Flush to his right. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Elliott good on the end. And the lead is now 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
In motion left, Godwin. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 40. This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. They'll try and start this drive in the end.
Even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him. At that time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll start on the ground with Irving. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Mayfield. This is caught by McMillan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mayfield looks to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He finds Hopkins complete, and they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Mayfield. And the catch made by Hopkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got it. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Irving will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A big play looming on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And Barkley did not get there. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
A little bit of a dangerous throw in a tie ball game because your job, make sure the worst thing that happens to your offense is that you go into overtime. That could have been a game changer there if he came down with that interception.
He finds his target. It's Evans.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is 1st and 10. Once again, it's Irving. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A run up the middle with Irving. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Here now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Irving. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Bucs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Hurts and the Eagles now down 28-21. 57 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. They'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case, the defense said, we're dictating the terms, and turned it loose towards him.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Bucs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.